Some important news tonight for any parent whose child has suffered a concussion. Doctors have long recommended kids take a break from physical activity when recovering from a concussion, but new research shows their brains need a break from mental activity too. Things like reading, texting, and video games. Christina Stevens reports on how restricting mental exertion can speed their recovery.
15-year-old Stefano Varga always wears his helmet while playing hockey. Since getting 2 concussions competing in judo, he had to take 3 weeks off the first time.
Went to a tournament. I was fighting, got thrown, hit my head off the mats, and got reconcussed. Wasn't very fun.
That meant 6 more weeks of doing a whole lot of nothing that took any focus.
It's like reading, writing, stuff like that you can't do. You can't watch TV, video games, the flashing lights and stuff. It hurts your eyes and strains your head.
A new study suggests restricting those kinds of things is on the right track. It concludes youth who took a cognitive rest recovered faster than those who still did all the usual mental activities, like texting and homework. But the study author only recommends cutting all mental activities for the first 5 days after a concussion. After that, they found a moderate amount is okay.
Some people were taking this cognitive rest to the extreme, and kids were missing months, even years of school, an entire school year. And I don't think that's good for anybody, and our study would suggest that that level of cognitive rest is not necessary most of the time.
And you can see that the kids without concussion have a lot more activity going on in the brain.
Scientists at a Toronto Concussion Research Centre dedicated to kids say the findings coincide with how they are treating youth. Dr. Nick Reed says, think of the brain like a gas tank.
There's only so much fuel in that tank. When you have a concussion, a lot of that fuel is going to healing the concussion. So we need to make sure that we're conserving that fuel to the best of our ability. So these findings in the study support that.
He says the adolescent brain is more vulnerable than adult brains. And Stefano says he learned the hard way not to try too much mental activity too soon.
If it was a long time, it hurt to read and write and focus on stuff.
Now he's much better and back to doing all the sports he loves. Christina Stevens, Global News, Toronto.